Was John Bolton fired for being a leaker? Hmm. That is an interesting question. Now, you guys know on Tuesday, President Trump unceremoniously fired neocon ghoul John Bolton via an embarrassing tweet. And fun was had all over the internet. Now, their disagreements, of course, range from Bolton wanting to start a war with basically every other nation, the entire world, to holding peace talks with to being against holding peace talks with the Taliban so that our troops can come home from the disaster that is the occupation of Afghanistan. Also, the failure to do regime change in Venezuela, to Bolton not being able to defend Trump on cable news or not going on cable news to defend Donald Trump enough, et cetera, right? So you had a lot of divisions between Donald Trump and John Bolton. However, according to three sources talking to CBS News, there might be another reason, a far wackier reason, which is really strange. Um, these sources who are directly involved spoke to CBS News, and they said that Trump was driven to distraction by his belief that Bolton or those close to him had leaked a story about the president asking whether nuclear weapons could be used against hurricanes. We're going back to that. This is why this is insane. Again, this is before Sharpie Gate. This is Nuke Hurricane Gate or whatever you want to call it, right? Uh, again, Trump had asked multiple times, according to reports from Axios. They stand by these reports, Jonathan Swan. And in this report, they said Trump had asked if he could nuke a hurricane. Insane idea. We all agree with that. Insane idea. He said, quote, I got it. Why don't we nuke them? They start forming off the coast of Africa. As they're moving across the Atlantic, we drop a bomb inside the eye of a hurricane and it disrupts it. Why can't we do that? You know why we can't do that? Because it's dumb. It's a bad idea. If you want a Sharknado, that's the most likely way that you would get it, or at least more likely, because Sharknadoes aren't real. You would get a radioactive hurricane, something far worse than a Sharknado. It'd be like a cancer cane, a rotating like X-ray machine. Which of course X-ray machines, I think they do rotate. No, I'm thinking MRI. But still, this would be a rotating, basically radiation machine that would irradiate the ocean and any land it happens to come in contact with. Terrible idea. Really, really dumb. Anybody with two brain cells to rub together would think about that and say, you know what? That's probably a bad idea. That's really stupid. Let's not do that. It would make hurricanes far worse. Now, White House officials had assured the president that they would look into this, right? But sources had also said that they were astonished by Trump's question. And so this is probably something that happens really, really often. Trump has a dumb idea, and he's full of them, right? And he tells people about it. They promise, Mr. President, we're going to look into it. And then they wait until he forgets because he's a baby. Sad. Now, these three sources are saying that Trump was a super paranoid person to begin with. He thinks everybody's a leaker, thinks everybody's out to get him. Maybe that's true, maybe that's not. And of course, now he seems to be in mental decline, seems to be. Now he thinks, if these sources are correct, that Bolton is a leaker. I mean, okay, I don't know if he did. Honestly, I don't know. But it's possible. You know why? Because basically anything's possible these days. It could also be possible that maybe this is a part by the media to rehabilitate the war criminal John Bolton. I don't know, to make him look better. Oh no, he was the leaker. He leaked stories to the press, and that's why we should allow him on Morning Joe panels and start to rehabilitate him because it turns out John Bolton's not such a bad guy. No, John Bolton's a ghoul. He's a war criminal. he deserves to go to the Hague, right? And so I don't know anymore because nothing makes sense. Our government's run by a child. Our media is basically corrupt and terrible, and everything's essentially awful. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.